Yo, what's good? It's Ray. I'm back with another video. Life would be a lot easier if people just kept it real with themselves. Not other people, not your family, not your friends, not your crush, your girlfriend, boyfriend, none of that. Yourself. If people just kept it real with themselves, half of the stuff in this world wouldn't even be happening. For an example, if you were a narcissist, yes, of course, it might be hard for you to identify that you're a narcissist, but that's where the inner work come in. People don't like to look in the mirror and see their own wrongs. People, they don't actually want to do the work. They like to talk about it, or they like to blame other people for their problems. That used to be me. Blaming other people for what's going on in my life. Blaming other people for me not having friends. Me blaming other people for my relationships failing. Me blaming other people for the relationships with my parents. The list goes on. This year have taught me a lot of stuff about me that I had to figure out. But you can't figure it out unless you identify it, unless you look in the mirror. If you actually ask yourself why. It always starts with the why. Why did this person say this to me? What made them say this to me? Why are they acting like this towards me? Why don't I have any friends? Why do my family members not fuck with me? Why does everything go wrong in my life even when I try to build it back up? These are the questions that I had to ask myself. It's not easy. You're gonna have a lot of days where you are literally looking in the mirror crying. Because you're gonna be asking yourself like, damn, why was I like this? Why did I treat these people like this? Why couldn't I see the error of my ways? Why couldn't I change? But it all starts with you and the work that you are willing to put in. But I'm gonna tell you something. People like to run away from the inner work, and they like to transfer that into their outer, aka working out, or for the females, makeup, or just fake lashes, fake hair. They try to build themselves externally to compensate or to overcompensate for the way y'all lacking internally. Even I tried to do it at one point. After my last relationship, I told myself like, okay, maybe I wasn't enough. Let me start looking better. Let me start working out. I started working out like crazy. I wasn't giving myself no type of break. I had 2 jobs, and then I would work out between all of it. I would work 7 to 5:30, get off work, go home, work out, go right back out to my other job. But I was doing that, and I wasn't doing the inner work. I was treating people like shit. I was thinking that I was the shit because I was looking good, because I was feeling good because of my new body transformation, right? And that's when people start calling me a narcissist. That's when people start calling me egotistical and that I was full of myself. And at that moment, I didn't want to accept it. At that very moment, I didn't want to accept it. Until a few months ago where my living situation changed. And I'm going to keep it 100% transparent. I went from living with my mom to not having anywhere to stay. So to me, that was a whole mindset change right there. To me, that humbled me. And I talk to family members about that and all this stuff. They say, oh, why? You can just come here. You can come here. I'm doing this because it's forcing me to grow. I'm doing this because it's forcing my mental to be better. It's forcing me to have a different perspective on life, a different outlook on life. It's forcing me to control my emotions, to control what I feel, and to actually be logical about stuff. It's teaching me to not assume. It's teaching me to actually be better for me and not worry about being better for somebody else. Because overall, if I'm better for myself, everything in my life is going to go up anyway. So I'm not going to have to worry about making somebody else happy. I'm not going to have to worry about being enough for somebody. I'm not going to have to worry about just being what someone else wants me to be. Because if I'm happy with myself, if I'm comfortable with myself, all that other stuff isn't gonna matter. It's been months where I've tried making videos like this and I just couldn't, because I was so focused on what other people would say, on what other people would think about me, about what my family, my friends, about my girlfriend, anything, about what these people would think about me. And I wasn't using this for what I initially started using it for, a venting source, a way to get my perspective across, a way to help other people with my mistakes that I made, that I had to learn from. I'm not perfect, I make mistakes every day, but I'm still learning from that. Only because I am willing to do the self-work. It has been multiple times recently where I have woke up in my car crying just because my life is the way it is. But also, it's teaching me to be more grateful for the things that I did have. It's teaching me to be more grateful for the things I still do have, the people that are still around me, the people who still care for me and give me they all. It's teaching me to be more appreciative of life, of the sun, of the sky. It's teaching me to be appreciative of this shirt, of the pants, the shoes, everything. I don't have much, but to somebody else, I will have everything. So I have to be grateful for that. I have to be appreciative of that. This world would be a lot easier if people kept it a buck with themselves and stopped running from their problems. Because the more you run from the problems, the faster it's gonna catch up to you and the harder it's gonna hit you when it does catch up to you. It's been multiple months in a row where I did not want to do the self-work, where I thought all my relationships in my life was wrong because of other people. I never did not once think about what I was doing. I never did not once care about another person's feelings. Yes, I took a lot of that pain from my last relationship and turned it into me becoming an asshole, because I promised myself that I wouldn't be hurt like that again. But instead I was hurting other people, and that simply isn't acceptable. Because I was raised in a very holy house, a very godly home, with my family talking about God, teaching me about God. I grew up in church. So if I know that is not the man God wants me to be, why would I continue to be that thing? And I thought everything was going perfect for me, but it was really falling apart because I was losing who I was. I was losing my heart. I was losing my compassion. I was losing my empathy. And I was gaining arrogance. And I was becoming this egocentric loser. And no, I'm not talking about a loser how everyone else says it. Oh, you don't dress good, so you're a loser. You don't listen to this music, so you're a loser. You don't have a lot of money, so you're a loser. No, in my eyes, you're a loser if your soul not right. You're a loser if you lack empathy. You're a loser if you have no emotion towards others. You are a loser if you have no emotions, period. Because you let that pain consume you. Because you let your emotions control you instead of asking yourself why. Why am I feeling like this? What's causing me to feel like this? Identifying your triggers. So when other people do it, it's not going to affect you. But people don't want to accept that. People don't want to accept the bad things about themselves. People used to call me a narcissist, from my close friends all the way to my girlfriend. And I used to get mad at it. Oh, I'm not a narcissist, this and that. Until I actually had to do the work. Until I was sitting in my car thinking, how did I end up here? And it all started with that. That's why I cannot be more grateful of my situation right now. That's why I cannot be more grateful of the people who are around me right now. And even more grateful of the people who show me their true colors. I hope this video helps somebody. I hope that I can open up somebody's eyes to make them want to do the inner work. Because I promise you, you will feel so much better about yourself. And no, I'm not saying that you will not feel emotions. You will not feel sad. You won't cry anymore. You will. On this journey of finding yourself, you have to tear down yourself first. And that was the hardest part, because I thought I can do all the work without actually realizing my fucked up ways. It's people in their 40s who don't want to change, who are stuck in their ways. It's people who have went from relationship to relationship to relationship because they don't want to be lonely. I was one of those people who just didn't want to be lonely. But when you find yourself, you're not going to need anybody else. When you actually find the meaning of your life, not other people's lives, not what social media wants you to be. Forget what all these artists are saying. Forget what all these social media influencers is saying. Your life is your life. You're not gonna take a single dollar with you when you die. You're not gonna take none of the designer with you when you die. You're not gonna take anyone else's opinion with you when you die. You were born in this world alone. You are gonna die alone. So why not accept yourself? Why not love yourself? People spend so much of their time being mad at themselves, being mad at God for just the simple look of you. And people are mad at it. People are mad at each other for how somebody else look. Like I was born to look like this. I asked to be born looking like this. I'm sorry. But if everybody just kept it real with themselves, there would be no such thing as envy. There would be no such thing as jealousy at all, because everybody would be comfortable in their own skin. If someone criticizes you and you are running from it instead of just taking the message, yes, some people can hate on you. Some people can just be talking. But if you are hearing something over and over and over again, then it's time for you to take a step back and actually look at yourself. Because I have encountered so many people who I tried to conversate with and actually get an understanding of why they thought the way they think. But instead, they pushed me away. Instead, they were running from who they really are. And then what kills me about most people in this generation, even in the last generation, people love to play this God role. Oh, God accepts me so I can be the biggest shithead in the world. God is going to forgive me so I can continue to sin. What kind of stupid shit is that? Like, honestly, it should be everybody's job on this earth to be the best version of themselves. But yet, people run from themselves. And they look for validation from other people. They look for validation on social media. They look for validation from people who don't even care about them. People give their love to people who don't give shit to them. But then the second someone good comes into their life, they push them away because it's not toxic enough. This generation is so backwards to me. Nobody wants to do the work, but everyone wants to see the benefits. That doesn't make sense. You have to do the work to see the benefits. You can't dream of a good life and not put in the work for a good life. Even if you win the lottery, you still got to go to the store and play the numbers, right? Life is just like gambling, man. But instead of you taking a risk, just do the things that you know you need to do to improve your life. I don't understand that. I have never understood it. One of the biggest things this year is teaching me is the fact that I can't change anybody. I used to always try to change people's minds, change their mindset, try to help them become a better person. I'm done with that. I'm done with that because it's only draining me even more. I have tried for so long to make people see the bad in them, how they affected me, how what they did impacted me. They didn't want to see it. Life is short, yes, but don't continue to surround yourself with people who's draining you. Don't. If life is so short, why would you spend such a short life trying to please other people? Why would you spend such a short life trying to make up with people who continue to burn the bridges? People are all talk. They are not going to do the work, and they're not going to do anything that they say. So once you find somebody who actually stands on what they say and they mean it and they show you, cherish that person. Don't do the opposite. Don't cherish people who just talk to you and who sound good. Yeah, sound good. Sound good. But you're not showing me nothing. So why would I believe you? Why would I cherish you? Why would I value you? Why would I keep you in my life if all you're doing is causing me hell? Like I said, I hope I helped y'all. If not, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for being here. I appreciate the people who checked on me. I appreciate the people who show me love, even when I distance myself. I appreciate this platform just for me being able to do this. I'm gonna try to get back to my normal self, my confident professor type, where I can help people actually better their life. But first I need to get me right, and I'm doing that. And every day I get closer to becoming the man that I want to be, the man that I need to be, the man that God wants me to be. I'm done trying to please these people on earth, and you shouldn't either. You shouldn't try to please anybody on this earth. You should please yourself, because I promise you, the second you start loving yourself is the second you're gonna stop tolerating all the bullshit. I'm gone.